Ooh. Hi, my name's Ada, and as you know from the title, I'm just gonna basically explain how I went to, let's say, 10, 11 countries whilst in uni and still got the grade that I got, which was a 2-1, and paid my rent and worked like 1 or 2 jobs. I say 1 or 2 because as I go on, it will make more sense. That's basically what the video is going to be about. The university that I went to was Coventry University, which, as you guys know, is in the Midlands. I did have a house there. The course I done was psychology. As you know, psychology is actually a very written subject and it is very coursework based and exam based. At the same time, there was still kind of pressure within my course as well. The countries that I visited whilst in uni, basically in uni I went to Poland, Croatia, Japan, Malaysia, France, Cameroon, Brazil, Ibiza, which I went twice, America, Italy and Morocco. So those were the countries that I went to. Some of them, as you can see, they're quite international, and with international countries are quite pricey. Yeah, now I'm going to explain how I done it. The first way I done it was, number one, renting. My university's in Coventry. Obviously, I can't really commute. It's a bit long, you know? So obviously, I've got a house out there. The first thing I done was ensured that my house was as cheap as possible. So number one, I actually lived with like 4 other people. So when we were looking for houses, I made sure like you look for houses on like Rightmove, Gumtree and all that. When I was looking for houses, I made sure that I filtered it so that I could get the best possible house for the cheapest price possible. And if you're getting a house, try to get a house that has bills that are inclusive so that you just don't have to deal with the stress of having to pay your water bill, then your electricity bill, your gas bill and TV license. Like, just ensure inclusive bills is the way forward, just to like save yourself the hassle. Like, you don't want to be in uni thinking about all of that, honestly. So yeah, that was my first thing that I done. So ensured that my rent was cheap. The second thing I done, now this is where the trick is. So basically I got a job that was a 0-hour contracted job. And the thing is, I would recommend a 0-hour contracted job when you're a student. Like, this is literally the best sort of job that you can get. This flexibility, you can do what you want. You can give you like loads of shifts for your 0-hour contracted job. The job that I actually done was work in a school as an agency staff. So it worked perfectly also in line with uni. So let's say during, you know, with uni, you finished uni around March or April times. When I finished uni around March or April times, I would literally come back to London and work April, May, June, July, 3 whole months of solid school work. And with agency work, like the agency that I had was a really good agency. So they would literally give me a job every single day. They pay you by the day, which is good. And let's say if I wanted to go to my festivals or my holidays, I could literally book the week off during the summer. And I'm saying I had 2 jobs because I also had a job that was linked to the school job. With the playground job, it was also, I was a play worker with like SEN kids. So that was also a 0-hour contracted job.
Just to intervene here to make my point a little clearer, with the agency and playground job I worked a lot during the holidays and weekends. Anytime I had free, I would work. And so I was making a lot of extra money, which allowed me to manage my rent and also travel and buy myself anything I wanted.
So literally I was just like literally so lucky that I could do that. Just gives you that flexibility to do what you want. Like, you can go to festivals if you want, you know, you can live life. You're a student, that's what you should be doing. But yeah, second one I mean, no, this is the third point. Obviously you get student finance, but as you guys know, student finance, it doesn't really cover you much. It just mostly covers your rent. So with my student finance, it actually covered my rent. It basically just covered my rent. So obviously you need to now make a living for yourself outside of that. So obviously that's where the jobs came in and helped me. Another way I travelled during uni was I utilised university trips. Now, I would honestly advise this as well. This is a great way to make new friends. My psychology department actually offered a lot of international trips. That's who I went Poland with, San Francisco and Japan. So this was a great way to like make new friends in university, meet new people. Like, it's the best thing to go on holiday with people that you don't know, I feel like especially a big group holiday is so fun. Like, you're like 19 to 21. Like, those are perks of like utilizing university trips. And sometimes I would say the price is a bit subsidized, But now thinking about it, I'm thinking about the holiday, how much I would pay for it, and I'm thinking I could have actually done it a bit cheaper. But at the same time, I wouldn't have maybe thought of going Japan unless it was with my uni, if that makes sense. If it wasn't for my uni who like suggested it. Do you get what I mean? So, you know, it also gives you the opportunity to actually go places that you wouldn't think that you would go at that age. Do you get what I mean?
And then obviously in terms of uni work, you just got to keep up with your uni work. That's it.
I said that point so blasé. Okay, with uni work, obviously it's dependent on courses. Some courses, I do know with like courses like biomed, it entails you to do a lot of lab work, or I don't know, medicine, it tells you to do a lot of more research. So you have to obviously cater yourself towards your course. My main advice would be, you know your limits and you know what you can handle. So don't be having fun and booking all these trips when you know you are the type of person that needs to be in the library revising to get that first class degree, or if you know that you are the type of person who needs at least a month to complete their coursework. So just tailor your uni life towards what is best for you, and if you want to do a few trips here and there, then do it, as long as it suits you best.
Also, make sure you make friends with people in your course, so that obviously you guys can all lean on each other. Like literally you would need to lean on each other like for work, and you can ask them questions. Obviously don't be annoying, but like just it's good to have like that support system of your course mates and you guys obviously going through the same thing. So yeah, I would say ensure that you make friends with your uni people then, just to make sure you keep up to date, you know. And obviously make sure you do your work. Your work comes first. That's the whole point you're in uni for. So just make sure you do your work whilst in uni, you know. I know uni can be crazy times, honestly. But yeah, I hope this was informative, and honestly, life is for the living. Do what you want to do. It's a free world.